Hello, 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 hello to all of you beautiful people. My name is Sonia Marie. I'm so grateful to be here to express and to share what it is that I feel that's on my heart, astrologically and energetically, and what's going on this week. If you just stumbled across my face and you don't know who I am, professionally, I am the horoscope columnist for Essence Magazine. Been doing that thing for about 7.5 years now, and I love it. Go on and get your subscription of Essence. As I wait for a few people to come on in this room, I just want to remind y'all that I have a book as well. It's called The Signs, an Astrological Memoir. You can get it on Amazon, on Book Baby. There's a link just below this video. Please click that link and go on and get it. You can also get a soft copy as well as what you call it, the e-copy as well. So enjoy, 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 enjoy. I'd be grateful if you could leave a review on any one of those platforms to let a sister know how she did on that thing. All right, as folks roll on in here, let me say hello to Sassafras, Thick Madame, Nicole, Shan, what's going on? And True Tempest, right? Hey, 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 hey. Robbie is here. Sam Flowers, what's going on, sweetie? I had a wonderful time. The group had a wonderful time in our retreat. I'll let you know about that in 2 seconds. Hi, Miss Butler. Is that April Butler or another Butler? What's going on, Miss Butler? And there's Sherlock. Hello. How are you? I appreciate y'all rolling in here. It's a little later on Monday, but I'm glad that you're here. The retreat, 2 weeks ago, was beyond what I thought would be, and it uncovered a whole lot of unpredictable, not only emotions, but happenings. So here's the deal in a nutshell. And I want to do my best. Hi, Ann. Hi, Trina. What's going on? Hi, April. I want to do my best to express it in a way that that shows not shows, just highlights the beauty of the whole situation. Now, it was very, very indicative to what it is I'm about to explain, and you'll see that what's going on this week. So I'm doing my best to choose my words. You know, in doing retreats, I'll let you know this, and for anybody out there that has done any types of events and make them like an annual event or a monthly event or something, every situation is different. Even when I was performing live with my band, and every once in a while, every few weeks, or there was a time we were gigging hard. Every show is different. Every encounter is different. Every venue is different. The people that show up are different. So you receive a different experience. So this experience or this retreat, I had no idea what was going to happen. Please entertain me by allowing me to express myself so some more people can roll on in. This year, I didn't know what to expect because we went to a new venue. The venue was interesting. The people at Tenaya Lodge themselves that worked Tenaya Lodge were impeccable. Like, they were very, very organized. They were very on their game. However, I believe that the patrons that came to the lodge wasn't expecting beautiful black and brown people to roll up in there and take over their getaway. Let me just put it like that. So there were times in which we were like outcasts, but at the same time, it was incredibly indicative to the messaging that was happening the entire 5 days. And that messaging, what I was hearing anyway, and how I was relaying that to the group of 35 people that went, was that we are literally pushing through the soil right now. We are literally going underground in this Scorpio season, right? And doing our best to catch root wherever we may, grab onto the nutrients and the vitamins and the waters and the water and the minerals to push through this soil to do the best that we can do with this new plant, this new life that we want to express. So what was interesting is that the slightly outcast kind of feel that the lodge itself or the people in the lodge were putting on is the fact that it was so big, the fact that there were other elements involved that we normally didn't have in the last 3 years or the first 3 years, made it a little challenging, but made it indicative, or I should say, very much like that soil, as that plant is trying to reach through the soil in order to find the light of day and become a big ass tree. the trees in Yosemite, it was very much like that. We had to push and we had to secure our space. We had to know who we were. We had to stand our ground individually and don't allow anyone, whether they be a friend, a foe, a stranger, the worker at Tenaya Lodge, to shake us out of that position. I love doing retreats. I absolutely love doing retreats because it's a next level of the conversations that I'm having with spirit and with my ancestors and my guides. You have to stick and move. When you're doing a retreat, that's where I was. I was sticking and moving with everything that was happening, and you cannot respond with emotions that throw you off. That was a whole gist of the retreat. Now, whether you feel that or not, whether you change your mind to come next year or not, whether you change your mind and you do want to come next year, understand this, that every year, every facet of our lives recall or uh, allows us to tap into different strengths, allows us to reveal different weaknesses that we have. I'm a parlay and segue this into this week's downloads and information, what's happening this week. And I'm going to segue into like 2 reads too, for those that want to give me their sun, their moon, and their rising. But understand this, that every situation, every year, every retreat, every time you open up your heart and you lend to healing, new things get discovered. That brings me again, the segue to what's going down, this Scorpio energy. So above and beyond the retreat, just to end that and solidify it and conclude it, the retreat was the motherfucking bomb. And we absolutely had a great time healing and growing and becoming closer together. I'm incredibly proud and incredibly grateful for the people that are attracted to me and that I attract to and that come to these retreats. It's a family beyond anything that I can imagine. And it almost feels like, not almost, it does feel like when we come together, hearts just fly open and good and bad, up and down comes out. And we do our job. We do what it is a spirit asks us to come together to do. Bottom line, point blank. And sometimes it looks messy. Sometimes it looks tranquil as fuck. Sometimes it looks really, really happy and joyous. It all depends on what's going on in your life and the energy of what's happening in the universe at the time. So anyway, to segue, so it was dope. Hope you come next year because we'll be going to Yosemite. Maybe not Tenaya Lodge, but we'll be going back to some wooded area. Okay, so I hope to see you. Let's segue that into what's going on this week, though, because we are, if you don't already know, are in Scorpio season. Mars just popped into Scorpio this past Saturday. Mercury is about to go into Scorpio on Friday. Yep, on Friday. And alongside of that, that's 3 particular planets that are in Scorpio, right? Or 3 positions in Scorpio. But alongside of that, on Friday, Venus goes into Capricorn. And the reason why I kind of couple that into what it is that I want to share with you is because Capricorn is just as controlling as Scorpio is. Scorpio allows us to go deep into our emotions and to control and navigate how we feel and what we uncover as we go deep into that thing. Capricorn has its own control element too. But understand this, when you're going deep, you're going to have to pay attention to the desires, Venus, of Capricorn. Right? And Capricorn says, yeah, you can go deep, but I need to be in more control. Chick, 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 pull it back. Like if you're in a freaking tractor trailer and you're going up to that, to that 5th gear, whatever, but it calls for you to go to 8th gear, Capricorn energy is going to try to downshift that shit to the 4th gear. Why? Because Capricorn doesn't want to be found out. Put that in your pipe and smoke it real quick. Tuck that in your hat and just munch on that real quick. Why? Because we are so freaking tired of going deep. We are so freaking tired of being exposed that now that we're in Scorpio season, and oftentimes I should say in the past, we look forward to really revealing ourselves and getting to a point. Oftentimes we do, some people do, getting down and dirty to what we feel so we can empty out. This year is a little different. It's a little different because Capricorn is trying to pull you back, and its desire is not necessarily to unload emotions to make you look crazy. Its desire is, if you unload those emotions, let's get to the top of the mountain with it. Let's make something out of it. But that's the conundrum right then and there. Understand that. The first thing that I'm going to bring up, and I'm going to go deep and I might go long this time. I'm gonna go deep, and preferably I don't take too much time, but I feel a lot of information wants to come through. All right. Here's one of the conundrums. If you're gonna go deep, you can't control that shit. If you're gonna go deep, you can't put an assignment on it. Oftentimes, especially when we're in a space in which spirit, in which our angels and our ancestors are riding very, very close to the veil right now, forcing us to get the motherfucking lessons, y'all. Get them. Venus and Capricorn is saying, yeah, you can get them, but let's make money off of them. Yeah, you can get them, but let's control our relationship. Yeah, you can get them, but that was just on Monday. On Friday, it's going to be different. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. When those feelings and the depths of what it is that you're going through in this moment in time and what continues to be a surprise to you, goddamn, I'm still working on that. Yep. What continues to be a surprise to you, you gotta reveal without an agenda, without saying to yourself, I'm gonna make money off of this. I'm gonna make this thing happen for me. I'm gonna shut it down when I need to shut it down. I'm gonna keep some things away from certain people, but divulge information to other people. Do y'all understand where I'm going? Hello? Yes, yes, y'all. I kind of went on a roll real quick and I didn't check in. Do y'all hear where I'm going so far? Are you with me? Are you with me, really? Because there's more. There's absolutely more. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So here's the deal. As we are going in this space, we are revealing more and more gems. You know why? Do you know why? Again, let me ride on the download of what I was just given. This veil that separates what human beings are doing versus what our ancestors and our guides and what our angels are doing is incredibly thin. I said that. I'm going to tell you why. Because they are hell bent, incredibly hell bent that we get ourselves out of the last age and the last eras, madness, trauma, discipline, superiority, divisions. You understand what I'm saying? So ancestors are like going close to the veil, going, did you hear that? No, you have to go now. We're not going to have another chance to rework this thing. Move now. Go deeper now. Talk to these people now. Understand what you're doing now. Get a greater understanding on it if you need to now. Like it's now. I can't tell you how much. I cannot place the amount of importance that I feel in my heart. Forgive me, y'all, for not knowing my words, but sometimes I get incredibly passionate. And I kind of went there too this past couple of weeks. Scott, I get really, really passionate, and what fills me up, it can't come through my body and out my mouth quick enough. So as I'm speaking to you, I'm doing my best. As I'm hearing these downloads, I'm doing my best to control. How about that? To pace myself. I can't tell you how much I talk to them and how much they talk to me. And how, yes, it may seem like an outcast kind of situation, and how, even on the contrary, you may go through the same thing. But I tell you honestly, it can be maddening at times, but it's absolutely necessary in this moment because we're missing steps if we don't. If we don't listen to our angels and to our guides and to our ancestors, waking us up in the middle of the night, giving us instructions, telling us to drop particular relationships, telling us to move to the left and to the right because we're done with it. Because we're done living in the past situation. I don't have the vocabulary today, and forgive me, but I can't tell you how dope and how important this is. Let me parlay this into astrology real quick, okay? Starting today, Mercury is in what? Libra. So Mercury is in Libra and it's trine in Jupiter. Okay, trust your thoughts, your voice, and/or the plan to create your promised land. That's how I put that down. Understand this though. Before I go into that, I'm going to squirrel out and double back real quick. That full moon in Aries set some shit up. It was on October 20th. If y'all don't remember, October 20th, October 19th, 20th, and 21st, there was some type of eruption. If I didn't go too deep into this, I probably should have, and forgive me if I didn't. But here's the deal. That full moon, full expression of Aries energy, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. It shifted and exploded a whole bunch of anger and mayhem that could have gotten on you and landed on you like slime, like goddamn Ghostbusters. And they shoot the ghost and all this slime comes on you. You're like, God damn. So it may have left you emotional. It may have left some carnage. It may have broken up relationships and situations that you didn't foresee. And then all last week, you were kind of licking your wounds. You were putting the band-aids on. The moon was in Cancer for 4 days last week. So you were absolutely in a space in which you were trying to understand your emotional intelligence about a thing. Why something erupted, why something changed, why there were confrontation, why there was such a need to bust through a wall and get things done, why you were so hell-bent on taking risks, right? That may or may not have panned out just yet. But you just woke up like in this fever and nobody can stop you. There was a lot of changes and ups and downs that was going on to reflect your impatience. Your impatience. I need to get this done. I need to go. Full moon in Aries. So last week we dealt with, okay, here's the carnage of that shit. Let's relax. Let's get into our feelings and see how we can be more nurturing towards ourselves and the people that we slimed, and fall back into our feelings, fall back into understanding, fall back into the sensitivity of a thing. Why? Because like most people don't understand and don't realize that sensitivity, emotions, water, the flow of things is necessary, and it's incredibly powerful in order to wash things out that no longer serve us. So here we are with the sun in Scorpio, back to the present. Mercury is about to go into Scorpio. Mars is about to go into Scorpio. High-fiving that Cancer moon energy that was last week, which actually was set off by that full moon in Aries energy the week prior to that, right? So here comes that Scorpio energy going, oh, you let the lid off the motherfucker, and now you wiped your tears and everything. Now it's time to go deeper to see what's left. Go deeper, they say. Haven't we been going deep enough, you might say? Absolutely, we have. And it's mind-boggling. It's maddening. It can absolutely slide you into a depression, a darkness, because Scorpio deals with nothing but the dark, nothing but the unseen, nothing but the things that help you to kill off a thing, destroy a thing, transform a thing in order for you to create something different. That's what Scorpio energy does. However, some never. If you are the type of person that is almost always stuck on facts and intellect and control, stuck on things that in a way in which you can't navigate the waters, right? Who's reactionary, too hell bent on just expressing your emotions and getting things off while you're diving deep in this Scorpio energy. Ooh, baby, you're gonna have a hard time. Water requires you to flow, even if your shit is under the ground. Even if that water cannot be seen and it's trudging like a stream through the biggest tree, underneath the biggest tree. And you think you're dead. You think you're gone. You think nobody can see your efforts. You think nobody can see your growth. You think nobody can see your flow. And here's the deal. Nobody can see nothing right about now. Nobody. You know why? Because we're all in the motherfucking dark and we're all traveling underneath this tree. We're all doing our best to navigate through this darkest, deepest space that the Scorpio energy is offering up. Why? Why, you say? So we out. So we can no longer put blame and shame on situations that no longer apply to our lives. Let me pause and say this. I will never, ever minimize anybody's hurt. I will never, ever minimize anybody's story. I will never, ever minimize and or judge what it is that you've gone through. And I just suggest you do the same. Why? Because everybody come onto this planet with their own fucking trials and tribulations, y'all. And at the end of the day, we're doing the best that we can do to get through it. But here's a catch. And I say this not only for myself, but I say this for you as well. When you get into a point where you want to stay in that ground, stay with my analogy. When you want to stay in that ground and go sub-level, right? And understand that that trauma and that dark space and the things that you used to feed on that showed your strength, that pushed you through, that allowed you to see a glimpse of the light, right? And then you went back into it. If you allow yourself to go back into it, it's because you want to. It's because you want to. We're being given a moment right now. We're being afforded some time right now for you to look at what it is that you're holding on to traumatically, what you're holding on to energetically that brings what? Pain, that brings the darkness, that recycles what the pain and the shit that you've gone through. You understand what I'm saying? We're asking that you look through that and allow it to vanish. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about some magic shit. I'm talking about accepting it. It vanishes when you accept it. When you accept the things that you've gone to and the dark places that you've gone through and the people that are involved with that, for some reason, it has no more power on you. But if you decide to go through the Scorpio moment, sparked by that full moon in Aries 2 weeks ago, if you decide to go into this Scorpio moment and go sub-level and understand that this shit is just another rehash of pain and another rehash of why I'm a motherfucking victim, and another rehash of why my life is so bad, and another rehash of why this person is out to get me and no one's like, all of that. That's because you want to. Am I saying this loud and clear? Like on the real? Am I confusing you? Am I confusing you? You have to understand where you're going. And in order to know where you're going, you got to go through the darkest motherfucking hours, but you got to come out. What's being said right now, what's being shown right now are the people who actually have been given pseudo strength on being in the darkness longer than they should. Being in the darkness longer than they should. So here's the deal. As you're going through this, you talk about navigation like a mug. As you're going through this and as you perceive what it is that you've gone through to not be a personal attack, but to be something that gets you through, to change the perspective and the glasses on what it is that you need to learn, to understand, oh, actually, that dark shit right there, I kind of need that. I'm not going to stay in that, but I'm going to utilize that understanding of wherever that dark space is when I get up and out and get into this light. Why? Because that's true integration out this mug. In order to really understand where you're going and how you need to navigate this planet, you got to respect both the dark and the light. That's what Scorpio energy shows you. Respect it all. The yin yang of your life and your journey. Respect the shadows. And I know I've said this before, but I'm telling you how it's coming differently nowadays. Because what we think is that, oh, we're just going to dive back in that thing and somebody possibly maybe may help us come up out of the dirt. Ain't nobody helping. Not in a way in which we did years ago. And it ain't personal. What it is that everybody is dealing with their own thing and they have to remain strong. Like we were saying in Yosemite, like the tree in which is before us. Y'all remember them trees? Any tree you might see in a forest, right? It's connected by the mycelium and the networks that's underneath these trees. However, when you look at them straight on, they're standing there by themselves, strong and alone. Alone. That's what we're working on. How to be strong and alone while you're looking over at your fellow sister, your fellow brother, and you giving them energy like you can do this because we're all doing it. To help you through the dirt and through that goddamn soil is not necessary in this moment because you got to figure out how to get through this. Again, this is not specific to anybody or anything. This is how we have to look at life in this moment right now. Please do. And this week is going to give you the opportunity to go further into that. But how about this? The real conundrum and the crazy gems that's coming up out of this is that there's these crazy aspects with Jupiter this week. So as you are digging, hence the title of this video, as you are digging and you're going under, you're discovering gems. So wait, back up. You mean this ain't no usual excavation? No. Not like it was 2 years ago, not like it was last month, not like it was 6 years ago, not like it was 6 months ago. This is a different type of excavation, because the more you dig and go deeper into this cave and shit, you're learning that those gems, those crystals, Jupiter, the blessings and the gifts that's supposed to be given to you is falling right in your hand. But if you go underneath with the tears already, with the victimhood already, with the emotional explosions and reactions already, and you're too smart for your own good, and you want to control situations, whatever your affliction may be, you're going to miss the gems in the fucking dirt, y'all. Jupiter deals with blessings and rewards and awards. Jupiter deals with spirituality from an understanding perspective, not necessarily like Neptune from a nebulous kind of connected intuitive perspective, but Jupiter deals with the understanding of spirituality. You understand? Jupiter deals with travel and exploration. Jupiter deals with the vastness of things, the bigger picture. So as we're digging deep with the Scorpio energy, Jupiter is like, yo, what's the bigger picture here? We're digging deep to find the gems and to go what? Longer and stronger. Hence 15 minutes ago. If you're going to go deep, let's go long. What you afraid of? You got your angels and your guides sitting right there. So today, Mercury is trining Jupiter. Trust your thoughts. Trust the thoughts that are being presented today. Why? Because your thoughts, your planning, your strategy is on your side. You have to detach. In this week and the weeks to come, we have to detach our emotions from our cerebral activity. They cannot come into play together. Understand this. It's very, very integral that we do this. Why? Because our emotions are going to reveal some things that are not on us anymore. It's other people's shit. It's old, dead shit. It's like old blood. It's not on us anymore. And then the intellectual part is actually going to go out and see where people have been fucking with us, to see where my money is and where it hasn't been, to see that people are actually out to get me, or to see that this one deceived this one, or to see that, you know, your baby's father really didn't have it good for you in the first place. To see all of these things, the brain, the intellect is recognizing that thing. Oh, shit. But there is a separation. You can't put them together because you'll lose it and you'll make yourself out to be the victim again. Don't do that. Don't do that. This ain't got shit to do with you. This has everything to do with the pain that's erupted and coming out of people so they can move forward. Be separate from it, y'all. Does this make sense? This is absolutely makes sense. So today, I'm not going to talk about that. This is a change of heart that we was talking. Okay. All right. So with all of that, that begins the thought process. Mercury, trine, and Jupiter. Okay, let's keep this separate. Let's see that my thoughts are bringing me in the direction that I need to be to go into, but I'm going deep at the same time. Again, I hope this makes sense. Ask questions if it does not. Right? On Tuesday, tomorrow, there's going to be an interesting power play. Mercury is in Libra. It squares up Pluto in Capricorn. Remember, Pluto is still going, no, it's not. Pluto is going direct now. Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all went direct. Neptune and Uranus are the only two planets that are going retrograde right now. I think Chiron, the asteroid, is still going retrograde as well. But bust this. I say all that to say this. Mercury in Libra is squaring Pluto. Nothing new. The powers that are thrusting forward to control and manipulate what you hear. Okay, so here's the deal. This ain't nothing new, right? Because Pluto has been up against, Pluto deals with power and authority and superiority. Pluto has been up against a lot of shit in the last couple of months, actually all throughout the summer. What? Testing your strength, testing where you want to assert your power, testing how you allow people to knock you off your square and take your power. Searching and testing how you can transform through a thing. This is all about transformation. And transformation can happen a million times in a day. Understand that. It ain't never, ever really over. That's why we keep transforming and going deep and seeing the things that we need to do in order to change or in order to redirect, in order to heal from. Okay? So if Mercury is squaring Pluto right now, the thoughts that you just had today, Mystic, relax. The thoughts that you had today, no, no. The thoughts that you have today, in order to separate yourself from Jupiter, separate yourself from the goodness and the blessings that you need to have, they'll be challenged tomorrow. To say to you, do you think you too powerful? You think you this? You think you that? You think you all that? Let me assert my superiority in this situation. Mystic, please, shush. Let me assert my power in this situation. I'm not playing with you. I don't want to play right now. Let me assert my power in the situation. Come here. Okay. Relax. Okay. I need to talk. I need to do this. And you're not letting it happen. Okay. So Pluto says, no. Actually, that fancy thinking that you was feeling yesterday, Monday, today, that fancy thing that you was thinking, let me push you off your square. Let me challenge that. You gonna let that happen? Or are you trying to be right? Or are you trying to be peaceful? That's something I pulled in the retreat. Are you trying to be right? Or are you trying to be peaceful? Because being right will allow your brain to always try to make sense of a thing, or prove that you are the motherfucker in the situation and that you didn't do anything wrong. Being peaceful is like, you can think whatever you want to think, because you probably are. However, I would like to be peaceful. I would like to move forward in my life knowing that I did what was best for me, not you and your grandma and everybody else in the crew. Do y'all get where I'm going? Watch that connection tomorrow for sure, with Mercury squaring that Pluto situation. On Wednesday, the moon goes into Scorpio. And did you know, on Thursday, there's a new moon. There's a new moon in Scorpio. There's way too much to talk about, and I really want to get to a lot of this, but I don't think I am. But Thursday, there's a new moon in Scorpio, 5:15 p.m. So yes, we have the Sun in Scorpio, Mars in Scorpio. Mercury is going to go into Scorpio on Friday, but before Mercury goes into Scorpio, there's a new moon, a fourth position. The new moon is newness. Oh, Sonia, so we're going deep to reveal some new shit? Yup. Because that newness in Scorpio says not only go deep, not only get the gems from Jupiter, but as that new moon is going deep, bust this, y'all, it's a straight opposition to Uranus. So new moon in Scorpio only means this: you go deep to reveal whatever it is that you need to reveal. And it may be some upsets. It may be a lot of emotions. It may be some wonderful things that you use in order to transform. And honestly, on certain occasions, it may be somebody needing to go, leave the planet. Right? But death is not personal and it's inevitable. It's going to happen. But how about this? That new moon energy in Scorpio that's begging you to receive some new energy and some new opportunities that's coming your way, as long as you go deep Scorpio style, is actually opposition to change. Oh, so wait, are you changing? Are you changing while you're going through this newness of the newness of the depth that you've been given? You're not hearing me? Am I talking fucking in circles? I really need to know that, because I feel like I'm on one, and Mystic is doing her best to distract me. No, Mystic is a Pisces. But I'm trying to make sure I'm making sense. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Monica. Hi, Mina. Hi, Melina. So that new moon going deep is an opposition of Uranus, the change. I said, wow, even though you're being shown the depths and the underbelly of what the issue is, you choose to stay in this perpetual conundrum. I think I talked enough about that. That's what that is. Not only is the new moon in Scorpio opposition Uranus, but the sun is opposition Uranus. So again, the things that you are diving deep within is actually going to foster a change. And not only that, it's going to reveal what Jupiter has for you. Because Jupiter is on the slide on the left side of your face, is going out and getting the gems while you're making the excavation, while you're doing the deep dive and the digging. Are y'all hearing me? Wow. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about God. That's all I'm saying about our ancestors. That's all I'm saying, because my prayer is this: you'll show me everything and everybody that does not belong in my world. Allow them to drop and fly free. and give them love and light as they do that. Situations too, opportunities as well, all of that, because we're all tired, and we're all tired of holding on to the hope of maybe something good can come out of some past situation. Nothing good will come out of anything that's past if you do not change. If you don't go deeper into your heart and understand what you're not doing and what your weaknesses are. Every time you go deep, you reveal some new weaknesses and new things you need to work on. I'm just saying. Do y'all get that? So this is the last point I wanted to make. On Friday, the moon is still in Scorpio, right? It will square. Yep, it will square Jupiter because Jupiter is in Aquarius. So that moon in Scorpio is going to square now this Jupiter energy that we've been talking about. What I wrote here was, well, what I see, feel, or need to talk about goes against the humanitarian, the peace in you. Be uncomfortable. Let me express that a little bit better. Oftentimes when when that new moon, I should say, that Scorpio energy goes under and it wants to get this information as it's squaring Jupiter, you may not see the blessings. That's a general description of that. What I was referring to, that you may be uncomfortable as you're trying to reveal the gems. It's not going to feel good. Imagine if you're a small plant pushing against the earth to reach the sun. That shit does not, if you had to put some feelings on it, that wouldn't feel good. You're getting scraped and bent and stepped on possibly by a gardener walking overhead, but you still got to push through that soil. You still got to know that you are deserving to reach the sky. You are deserving. That's what's coming up, man, all week long. And some people may go, okay, that's easy energy, or I should say, that's energy that we're familiar with. We've been dealing with that. Nah, not like this, man. Not like this. Because on some level, you want to control the shit, and you cannot. We cannot control the gook that's coming up, because everything that's coming up needs to be identified and dealt with sooner than soon. Be honest with you and be honest with those that are around you. I hope that makes sense. On Sunday is daylight savings time, right? Sunday is daylight savings time. So, your phone, what you call it? Your phone clock, your clock phone will go back automatically. But again, it's going to throw off our connection, so not every country does that. And it bugs me out how we are thrown in the depths of the darkness around daylight savings time because it's not as much sun, right? I say utilize that shit. I say get comfortable. Get comfortable. Don't become uncomfortable. Get comfortable with the fact that you are going deeper and you're revealing some things that don't work. I know I'm saying the same things over and over again. Y'all, please forgive me. Here's what's happening Sunday too, though. All of a sudden, if you do get comfortable with revealing what you need to reveal, the moon is sextile in Jupiter, because now the moon on Sunday is in Sagittarius. It's sextile in Jupiter in Aquarius. All right. It's a good feel. Okay. I went through the emotion. I went through the emotion. I went through the adventure. I feel good about it. But remember this, that moon in Sagittarius will square Neptune. It will square your ability to see the truth. Meaning that Neptune in retrograde right now is allowing us the veil to go up, to release, and we can see the truth. The sun, the moon on Sunday is going to push that we don't see the truth. I know this sounds like a fucking up and down. Okay, dog, get the hell away. I know this sounds like a weird up and down travel in and out, right? You see the truth, you don't see the truth. You go deep, you get some gems, you don't get some gems. You come back up, and now there's another fight. Yeah, that's pushing through the earth. That's pushing through the earth. I'm glad I got your attention. I really, really am. So when we finally see what it is that we need to go through, don't get duped by the fact that sometimes it looks like a truth that you wasn't thinking about. Mystic, quiet, quiet. Okay, come here. Please forgive me, y'all. I had to put her in the little pen because I can't do too many things at one time in this moment right now. And she's feeling my energy and being a little unruly. And I don't want to be mean because she's a sweet, sweet puppy. She is a Pisces. Somebody asked if she's a Leo. She is a Pisces with Virgo rise and Libra moon. Yeah, I did a chart because I know the time of birth. But so she's sweet, and I don't want to be mean to her right now with all of this stuff surging through. Okay, anyway. There is a lot that I've said. Who's that, Monifa? Yes, there's a lot that I've said, and I kind of wanted it to be that way in a sense because I want y'all to see all the angles, all the sides to what's going down right now. There's way too much happening, and I don't want you to miss a step. And I don't want you to be so butthurt about what's coming up for you because truly, 9 times out of 10, the things that are forcing or asking to be released, the things that you think that you're going to dupe yourself on Sunday, says, nah, I don't see that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't dupe yourself thinking that that truth that's coming up is not your truth. It is your truth. It's what you need to clean up. Please and very please. Don't get caught in your backward delusion of what it should be like and what it shouldn't be like. It's not about the shoulds, y'all. It's about what spirit has in store for you and you've known for a long time. Come on. That's all I got to talk about because I feel a little heated. I hope this helped some of you, one of you, in some kind of way. I'd love to do one reading because I absolutely have to go somewhere and I don't know how this little puppy is going to hold up. So if you can give me your sun, your moon, and your rising, and I have not read you before during this little free snippet reading, please put that up right now. Let me go back to see if anybody had any questions. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of energy that's coming off of me. Who's that, Zia? There's a lot of energy that's coming off of me, Z. And I just, I'm really, really doing my best to just kind of be present in it. And I know everybody else can feel it. I know, and it's not just about me and what I feel. It's about what it is that we're navigating. Because you may say to yourself, and this is not just to you, Z, but you may say to yourself, you know, oh, I'll be fine. I'm strong. I'm happy now. And there's a way to dismiss the feeling and the situations that are happening right now. You can dismiss that shit, but it's gonna dupe you sooner or later. Sooner or later, it's gonna come back and get you. So be present to it now. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate y'all putting some information. Putting the likes up there to let YouTube know that I'm doing what I need to do. Oh my God. I was going to say something different, but Nicole Shands, Sun and Sag, Moon and Gemini, Capricorn rising. I have a really good friend who has a Sun in Sag and a Capricorn rising. That actually works really well together oftentimes. Why? Because the Capricorn puts a lot of responsibility. The Capricorn puts a lot of responsibility on the free will of that Sag. Sagittarius energy is awesome in a sense that, you know, it's full of adventure and freedom, and it loves information. It loves to seek information and utilize the resources and share its resources, but it's non-committal at times. Sagittarius energy can be incredibly non-committal. It's like, I'll just do what I want to do in the space in which I want to do it, and then, you know, then everybody else will be all right. Capricorn, that on that rise, one second. Capricorn on that rise allows you, Nicole, to be a little bit more responsible, to be a little bit more disciplined, to actually take your free flowing thoughts and sense of adventure and evolution, being a Sag, and put a timeline on it, put a plan on it, put some type of strategy around it. Good for you. The only thing I would warn you against and remind you of, less of a warning, more of a reminder that you are not responsible for people. Anybody that has a Capricorn rise oftentimes make people a project. I see what Sonia needs. She needs a new couch. I see what this person needs. They need help taking care of their kids. So I'm going to jump on in that thing. I'm going to jump on in that thing and I'm going to make it all right for them. First of all, did they ask you? Just ask yourself, Nicole, did they ask you for your help? Capricorn rising people sees a good thing and your ego says, I can make them a project and make it work for them. But you got to ask them, and you got to know that you don't have to make everybody who's in need a project for you on the real. Okay, that moon in Gemini, I think it was, moon in Gemini helps to keep you a little superficial, allows you not to go too deep in a thing, and it's the opposition of your Sagittarius sun, which allows you to again be on the side of information, but more so be on the more celebratory side, where that Capricorn energy can make you serious oftentimes. There's a nice little balance there. I would say truthfully and honestly, give yourself a break, because a lot of strong planets have been in Capricorn the last year or so. So that means those planets are sitting in your first house since you have a Capricorn rise, and it's changing your identity. It's making you a little bit hard on you. Even that moon in Gemini, as playful as she is, and that Sagittarius energy that always wants a party, that Capricorn is getting beat up right now, making you not only be responsible, but change and to release the control in which you thought you had. That ain't easy. And Sag will be like, fuck it. If I don't have control, I don't have control. But then here comes the conundrum, because now you're going to go back into needing the control. The Sag wants to release it. Back into needing the control. The Sag wants to release it. Who's the truth? The Sag or the Cap? Or how you going to balance them out? Okay, Nicole, I'm tired of beating you up. I'm just saying, work that out and balance that within yourself. And understand that the responsible part of you is necessary. And understand that but you have to be accountable for the shit that you can and cannot do. That's some real shit. Because that Sag will just go, oh, I'm all right. Everything is all right. Everybody will be all right. Yeah, but are you accountable for that? I'm just saying. You're welcome, sweetie pie face. All right. Who else is I'm gonna do one more. What time is it? 46 minutes. Okay, cool. Let me go back up and pick one more person that I have not. I can't remember if I don't think I should say that I've read you before. I want to give everybody a chance, y'all. So if I skip over you, it's because I think I've read you before, or at least given you a reading. Oh, Laura, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, so sorry to hear that, Sassafras. Walaikum salam, William. Walaikum salam. Unapologetically, etc. Sun in Capricorn, rising Aquarius, moon in Sagittarius. Now that's interesting, because she has those two positions that are quite like Nicole's, right? But it's a little different. So bust this last one, unapologetically, etc. I hope you're still here. Sun in Capricorn, rising Aquarius, moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so that Aquarius energy puts a lot of light on or I should say levity, right? Like a little lightheartedness on that Capricorn energy. I love Capricorn. Trust me when I tell you, like I love the fact that they bring discipline and hard work and that taskmaster kind of way of being, right? However, it can get stuck and it can get hella depressed and it can be low because it's not achieving at a speed in which it thinks it should. What Aquarius does for you on the rise, sweetie pie face, and I hope again that they're still here. I haven't seen. Oh yeah, there you go. I hope Aquarius can lend more humanitarian efforts, but just put a little bit more, for lack of a better way of saying it, and simply put a little bit more friendly on that shit. Can we be a little more friendly? You know what I mean? And step back away from needing to succeed so much and invite humanitarianism and people and the group. You understand? And less confrontation. Yeah. What's your moon again? Less confrontation in your life. That Sag moon doesn't want confrontation. I get that. That Sag moon actually wants to dismiss some shit. I said that before. Understand that when you react with a Sagittarius moon, you are not only reacting from dismissing, oh, everything will be fine because I want to keep things positive. You're reacting also from a selfish, oftentimes truthful perspective because your truth is your truth. So moon and Sag, rising Sag, and sun and Sag oftentimes get caught with that foot and mouth disease. They say too much too fast. Right? So the bottom line is be careful how you say a thing, what bridges you burn that the Capricorn in you basically built. And the Aquarius in you is trying to sustain by being everybody's friend. That's a trick bag. That's a real trick bag. But they all work. Why? Because you chose it. I believe that everybody chooses their natal chart. Everybody chooses the people, the parents that they are born into, the state and the city in which they're born into. And then we work it out from there. It's a contract. You dig what I'm saying? So apologetically, etc. That's all I have for you. I think that is enough in the sense that, yeah, in a sense that you have to remember that is needed to so I don't know what your Mars is in, but that I keep hearing to address that Aquarius rise that doesn't like confrontation. Because here's the deal. If the Capricorn in you feels like it needs to confront a situation, the Capricorn in you will go so hard and so cold that things will be like there won't be a connection, an emotional connection to what it is you do or with the people that you build shit with. Right? The Aquarius in you doesn't like confrontation. So you have to be able to open up to differences, open up to delegating things, open up to giving people more power. And when you do that, you can confront a situation in a good space, in a bad space, positive or negative, because you giving people power and space to help you with a thing. Trust me when I tell you that's Capricorn's biggest feat is allowing people to do for them because they think they have all the answers. But I'm just saying, open up a little bit, and instead of being afraid of the confrontation, just see what happens when you let people love up on you and allow them to handle something in your job, your workplace, with your family or whatever, just a little bit. You never know how much color, how much sunshine, how much more wonderful additives that can be an addition to your life, to your journey, to your family's life, to your career, to your workspace, to your employees, to your new projects. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm out of here, y'all. I appreciate the thumbs up once and once again. And again, I hope this information helps you in some kind of way. I'll be back next week. I would love if you would post some comments. Let me know how it helped you, when it helped you. Share this video, please, with those that you know that it will hit their heart. That's what we have to do. We have to stand strong within ourselves, but share the things that helped us and let them handle it. Let them take care of it. We can't do the healing for other people. Bottom line, point blank. Go deep for yourself and share your findings. Be well, okay? Talk to you soon.